Hey everyone, Simple Savant here, ready to simplify and magnify the enigma which is the human brain. So you've probably heard people say that money makes the world go round. To an extent, that's absolutely right. However, there's a lot more to it than that. The driving factor behind money is people. It all comes down to decisions that we, the people, make. Money is constantly circulating throughout different markets, and the study of how that wealth is used and distributed is called economics. For this video, we'll be focusing on investor psychology, in a field within economics known as behavioral finance. Well, for starters, what exactly is behavioral finance, and how does it play into investing? You see, behavioral finance is best described as a field of study that combines cognitive psychology and finance to explain unconventional investment or financial decisions. Now hold on, what does all that superfluous mumbo-jumbo mean? Let's break it down to get a better understanding to what all that actually means. The first thing that we're going to address is cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology focuses on certain functions of the brain. Specifically, it provides an explanation for the processes of perception, thinking, and problem solving. All three of these things, perception, thinking, and problem solving, are vital when determining a good investment. Another factor of behavioral finance that we must address is finance itself. In its simplest form, finance describes the management of money. An example of a financial company would be a bank. You may have also heard about personal finance, which is finance, but, well, personal. Think about things like a budget. Now that we know what makes up behavioral finance, we can discuss how it's important to the investor. When we talk about behavioral finance, there's one word that should come to mind. That word is behavior. This brings us to another topic that falls under investor psychology, behavioral biases. Behavioral biases are factors that lead investors to make irrational decisions. In many cases, emotions play a huge role. To give you some perspective, when we talk about irrational decisions in investing, we typically mean decisions based on speculation or emotion rather than research and logical deductions. Oftentimes, when investors make irrational decisions, they get burned and rake up significant losses. With that in mind, let's take a look at some of the most common behavioral biases. Overconfidence. Overconfidence is one of the most dangerous biases to an investor, reason being that it causes investors to overestimate their ability to take in information and pick good investments. Typically, overconfidence can stem from someone picking a stock and getting lucky on their returns. It's up to you to determine whether or not you made a logical investment or one based on luck. Next is fear of missing out. When prices in the market skyrocket, many people start to chase the market. Not wanting to miss out on, quote, sweet deals, they let their greed take over and make irrational decisions. It's okay to dream a little and express your desire to be successful, but remember to keep yourself in check. Finally, we have the tendency to follow the herd. Peer pressure doesn't just occur in schools. In fact, it may happen more in the market. Even if the crowd is clearly wrong, people will follow it because they don't want to feel left out. As we saw during the Great Depression, this mentality is not always great to have. That about wraps it up for this video. Remember that behavioral finance not only affects others, but it also affects you. I've been the Simple Savant, and thank you for watching this video.